Okay, we're here at the 6000 building at the Reserve, Lower Gwynedd, and we, as you can see, have our 48-foot ladder that is barely above that gutter. So we're only going to get on this building. Given that we've been on 3 of them now and conditions are very similar, it looks like if that is the 5000 building, that roof has a different color shingle, a little darker, as well as that one. Maybe they were a little bit after. We have noticed some repairs on that building. A lot of repairs on the building down there. But we'll just start with what we pointed out on the other buildings is it's frosty this morning. It got under 32 overnight, so not as easy to see the flaws on the shingles as the other day when we were here, but we have vent collar flashings where the neoprene starting to crack and dry rot. That's what happens with these neoprene gaskets. We've seen a lot of repairs around nail pops as we go along. We've seen a fair share of nail pops which have been repaired, some that haven't. And one of the main things we notice, which might not be as visible to the camera, I have pictures with the tape measure, is that when we get in here, the shingle exposure for each course that is exposed is different, and it shouldn't be that way. Some of them are 4 3/4, some of them are over 5. A couple courses we've seen are short of 4, and that just shows the quick installation techniques, trying to do things fast, not striking lines. Well, you know, once in a while, if they're off a little bit, that's okay. They're trying to catch up to stay straight as they get up the roof here. But when you see shortened exposures and courses that aren't straight, it just starts to grow the concern on how this roof was put on. And then when you see nail pops everywhere, it means that they were just going fast, not driving nails in straight. This is actually just some shingle degranulation here. Just trying to go as fast as they can, and you know, nail pops lead to leaks and shingles becoming detached if they're not fastened the way they should. So this is an area where there's been a big repair. We've seen this on a couple of other buildings, that maybe ice and water shield wasn't used in the valleys, because this is a newer color weatherwood GAF shingle here, where they've done a pretty big repair. This is one of the cupolas with the decorative, not weather vane, but weather vane type 5-pond molding at the top. That's connected to a lightning protection system, as the rod, you can see, runs right through inside the window up there. We're gonna, since we have the 48 set and it's not easy to do it, we're gonna fasten that down so that doesn't become detached and fall down and hit somebody while we're here today. When the roof is eventually done, these moldings can be painted or changed. Something to talk about here. But yeah, it's just similar conditions as we get down the roof. Shortened exposures, you can see it right here between courses. Not any areas where shingles are off currently. I'm sure there's nail pops that could be sealed in different areas. This is another repair that's been done. The corners of this fan could be sealed up with some sort of mastic. This is 032 aluminum. This looks to be fine. Wouldn't really want to get into taking this apart. This could be cladded with PVC around the side as well, metal. But the corners would just need to be sealed up the other side. Just a crack in the corners here. So this could be wrapped with aluminum or mastic just to seal the sides whenever the roof's done. Nothing urgent. Some more repairs in the field of the roof for nail pops, which has just been a consistent theme. The metal on the corner cupolas, towers, has all been in good shape. No issues with the metal roofing out here. These are flat areas whenever the roof's done, or lower pitched areas. This should all be covered with ice shield before shingles are put back on. This tying area is super important to get correct between both surfaces. As a lot of water comes down the roof and hits these areas, so that would have to be done carefully. Another vent collar where the neoprene's starting to dry rot and sink in, and when it sinks like that, water can pool in there and start to become a problem. The biggest challenge here when talking about eventual replacement is logistics, debris removal. You'd have a crane to get materials up here, which isn't a problem, but removing the debris to try to control it for residences and foot traffic, I don't think we just want to be throwing shingles 4.5 stories down. You know, we're going to look at this closely to see if we can do that in targeted areas, just for bidding purposes, not assuming anything with replacement, but we'll show a view down on the ground. There may be a way to avoid a debris chute, because if you put a debris chute up, the debris chute is going to have to go into a dumpster. So given that the roof is pretty shallow pitched for the field of the roof, the ends of the building are steep, so some debris is going to have to come down on the ends. And these gables, these A's, are pretty steep. Dormers. So trying to think about the most cost-effective, safe way to formulate those recommendations. We'll look at the ground, but just another roof that's, you know, showing flaws with nail pops, vent collar flashings, previous repairs. Just getting to be that time, you know, next couple years certainly be justified in doing so. And the short exposure noticed in a lot of areas that we're walking is just going to generate nail pops as time goes on as well. We have a vent collar down there. It's been repaired a good amount. I'm missing hip shingle down there. So nothing overall concerning, just that's why you guys are having us here, to get ahead of future replacement specifications. So we'll continue to think about how debris removal and logistics would work, and finish up with repairing the lightning protection molding there.